This is Joel Radwanski with your City on the Take Sports Update. It was a big day in Chicago sports yesterday. Both baseball teams had big victories and major promotions. The Blackhawks decided to stick with their backup, and the Chicago Bulls had a playoff win. The Bulls went up 2-0 on the number 6 seed Milwaukee Bucks with a 91-82 victory at the United Center on Monday night, but the 9-point win was not comfortable at all. The Bulls had a fight and scrap to get the victory. They were held to only 11 points in the first quarter. That's their lowest amount of points in a playoff quarter since 2013, when the Miami Heat held them to 9 points. But Jimmy Butler and the rest of the Bulls pulled it out and got a victory. Butler had a career-high 31 points, while Joakim Noah had 19 rebounds, and Derrick Rose stuffed the stat sheet with 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists. But the key stat of the night was that the Bulls assisted on 26 of their 31 field goals. That's phenomenal, folks. They'll go to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks at 7 p.m. on Thursday night for Game 3. And it's good news. The Bucks are 0-16 in franchise history when they're down 0-2 in a series like now, and 0-12 when those series are 7 games. The Blackhawks, they'll try to go up 3-1 on the Nashville Predators with backup goalie Scott Darling between the pipes again tonight. Coach Quenneville said that starting Darling in the blue paint was an easy decision after a strong Game 3 performance. Hopefully, this works out better for the Blackhawks than the previous easy decision by Coach Quenneville when he stuck with starter Corey Crawford in Game 2 after pulling him in Game 1. Crawford disappointed greatly, and the Hawks lost their only game of the series 6-2. We'll see how the Lamont native Scott Darling fares tonight. The White Sox made news before their game with the Cleveland Indians on Monday and made noise to finish it. They called up lefty pitcher Carlos Rodon, their 2014 first-round draft pick. The White Sox waited long enough to call up Rodon, so this season won't count as a whole year on his MLB service time, meaning Rodon won't be a free agent until 2021. He'll begin his MLB career out of the bullpen, very similar to how current White Sox ace Chris Sale started his career. Now, Rodon didn't make an appearance in Monday's game, but the White Sox didn't need it and were able to win without him. They rallied versus Indians closer Cody Allen for 4 runs in the 9th inning and overcame a 3-0 deficit and ended up winning on a Melky Cabrera walk-off RBI single. Now the Cubs, they won last night too. They moved to 7-5 on the season as Jake Arrieta pitched 7 strong innings and Jorge Soler had a career-high 4 hits. But the story of the game was the Little League home run by Kris Bryant. The mega prospect nailed the pitch to left center field for a 2 RBI double. Jorge Soler scored, Anthony Rizzo scored. Well, on the play at Anthony Rizzo on the plate, Kris Bryant moved up to third base. Well, the ball got away, and in the meantime, Bryant decided that maybe I'll check to see if I'll go home. Well, in that meantime, he got into a rundown. And as he was going home, he would have been out at home, but Francisco Cervelli, the Pittsburgh Pirates catcher, dropped the ball. Bryant slid home safely. The score was 5-1. And Kris Bryant had a Little League home run. Obviously, it's only a 2 RBI double. But watching that, I was thinking, isn't that play just like the Cubs would normally fall victim to? But it wasn't. The Cubs ended up holding on and winning that game 5-2. And they also had a promotion too. The big news out of the Cubs today is the fact that their number 2 overall prospect, right behind Kris Bryant, Addison Russell, he was called up, and he'll be starting at second base for the Cubs in Tuesday's lineup. Now, he's a shortstop, but recently for the Iowa Cubs, they moved him over to second base, so we'll see how that transition goes for him. If you want to check out more about that, go to cityontheTake.com, and you can read my latest article. This is Joel Radwanski with your City on the Take Sports Update.